Hello everybody and welcome back to Camel Kingdom. Today we are in the first episode with the new update, and therefore this is something I waited for quite a long time. I am starting to build the coaster, which will be the main coaster of this area, and this will effectively be the Cascade. This is the new water coaster in the game, and it will feature, as you can see over here right now, a dark ride area, which I believe we will have to work with quite a long time now, because the next couple of episodes will all feature the building process of the water coaster. Well, actually the dark ride part of the water coaster. And I have to excuse if my commentary today is a little bit special or strange, because I need to focus to be to keep cool, because I just record that after watching football, and my favorite team at the moment is driving me crazy, and I'm quite emotional when it comes to football, and it I would say it's one of the hardest time I ever had regarding football. I know some of you will maybe laugh now because they are not so much into football, but for me it's like I am having a good and bad times with this team for decades now, and actually I feel like it's one of the hardest time at the moment. And today it was really special because they led by 4 goals in the first half time, and they managed somehow to play 4-4, and I believe this is I don't even know if they ever got that done before, and it's yeah, I don't even know why I talk about that now, but I am so emotional, and I tried to record that now. I wanted to wait actually, but I can't because there's a lot of stuff I have to do also for university this weekend, and yeah, so I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. And usually doing commentaries also chills me a little bit, and it brings me down again, and yeah, I'm just hoping this will be the fact today as well, and be the case, but well, never mind. At the end of the day, this is just football. But if you are a sports fan in general, or a football fan in particular, you know that football is not just a sport. It's, yeah, well, let's stop it, because it's, yeah. But you can see also the layout of the coaster. It's, well, it's hard to say. I'm not too much of an expert regarding those kind of coasters. I just know the Flying Dutchman at the Efteling, and this is another type of coaster. So the Cascade is another water coaster than this one. I believe the one in Efteling is a Vekoma one, and this is, I don't even know what the Cascade is kind of manufacturer wise. Is it also Vekoma? No, I believe it's not, right? Is it B&M? I should have looked that up before. I believe it is B&M. Like, I searched for some videos of those coasters, and I just, the problem is I couldn't go for a too realistic layout over here, because I wanted to squeeze that in to this area as good as possible, in that kind of sense that I wanted to make this work together with the build, so to create a good skyline but not to destroy the skyline of the temple. So it's a little bit of a problem, because I basically didn't have had the chance to build something before I planned out the whole area, because I didn't have the coaster, and I at the beginning didn't even know which coaster exactly I wanted to bring in. But I am quite happy, and big shout out to Mr. SP Ridley, who came across with the idea to use a water coaster in this area. And yeah, to be honest, I am quite happy with the type of coaster and with the choice to use that one, also because it features a dark ride part, and the dark ride was an idea I had from the beginning. I only didn't know if I should use a coaster for it or not. I was already planning on kind of different approaches regarding the dark ride, like for example make it with a hanging coaster in that way, to have like this kind of dark ride elements, or to make it with one of the newer ones from the spooky update. But in the end, I'm quite happy to go with this one over here. But what you can see, I was struggling to make the different areas smooth. It's not perfect yet. I quite like how the coaster flows. It's not too long, but usually those kind of coasters are not too long. They are just featuring mainly a dark ride part, and then they go on and be like a little bit more coastery, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's already it with the I believe this is just about it with the footage I have building it. And now let's jump into the real-time overview, because today I'll do a real-time overview to show you a few things in detail. See you in a minute. So here we are now in the real-time part of this video, and yeah, what I want you to show today is a little bit how this area will come together now, a little bit of the future aspects of it, because I believe it's a little bit easier to see what I plan in the real-time aspect rather than showing it you in the time-lapse video, where I have to kind of, you know, try to follow my own video, which is a little bit dumb in a way, so I have the time to show it to you now. So one thing I wanted to mention before we go into what I want you to show, I have a dramatic performance improvement. You can see that now from the video. The game is running. Obviously we don't have any guests in, but I have, first of all, I have the rendering running in the background of a video already. I have the Chrome browser on. I have music running, which is paused at the moment, and I have also the recording software running. So all these parts, and I still get like, yeah, somewhat 25 FPS, which is brilliant. If I pause the game, you can see it's even better. It's really good. And somebody mentioned in the comments of another video that it has to do with the LOT decrease, or they changed the LOT settings, which I can't really confirm, because looking at this, it seems to be pretty solid. I mean, you could maybe tell from the trees over there, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest. It still looks pretty decent to me, and I have everything on the highest, so I don't really know. I just have this huge improvement, which is brilliant, because lately I oh, I just got a message, whatever. I just want to say thank you, Frontier, because I wasn't expecting a performance improvement, but this will give us a lot of more opportunities to go on with this park here, because I was fearing that after the Arabian area it's kind of an end, because the performance would have been so bad to not go on, honestly, because I still want to build on a kind of decent performance level. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. But now what we want to do is, and I will link down Geekism's video of the 5 cool tips for Planet Coaster, because he made a video on very cool things, and one of those things we need to use today, and you can see there is a whirly magic 12. It is, no, it's not the pirate thing, and this is there for a reason, because we need to create a work work roster, I believe it's roster, and then we will use this one, and we call this one vendor, I would say. Let's call it vendor. Oh wait, sorry, vendor. There we go. Save the work roster, and now we can close this one. And what we have to do now is to delete this one, because we don't need that one, because then the one we place down won't move. He will stand still, and this is a very useful to put them, for example, in those shops over here. Like, we don't have any path in here, but we do have path underneath this one. We might want to place him over here as well, so it looks a little bit more as if we have really people working here. And I will show you that quickly. I will pause the game, because that's quite important, and then we will go to hire stuff and hire vendors. So what we need to do now is to yeah, we would need to plop him down over here. Let's unpause the game. He's falling down. Okay, now we need to wait, and well, here we go, and we can put this on vendor, and now pause the game again, and there you go. He's just standing over there. It looks a little bit clumsy because it's a little bit too high. Okay, let's grab him and bring him somewhere else. I believe it would be nicer if we plop him down here. There you go. Or maybe we should plop him down a little bit more in the back. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So he will stand here and he won't move, as you can see. He will just stand here and be a vendor, which is pretty brilliant, I believe, because that adds a lot of realism to your game. What I want to have as well is maybe one over here. Let me just get another one. Plop her or him down. Is it? It's a her. So maybe we replace her down here. Zack. And now let's get her into vendor as well. And you can see if I unpause the game, there you go. She's standing there and she's a little vendor. That's it. I didn't want to do more. No, just kidding. I also want to show you what we are going next, or to do next. So we have this area over here, the Arabian area. We will continue building in this one, but first of all, I will need to finish this area over here. It's looking a little bit empty right now. We will have a nice roof with some nice decor elements on top of it. And then the next thing what is coming, I want to maintain this coaster track over here. This will stay at the highest point, but what we will do then is we will have something over here, and this will be a Noria. I don't really know if that's the English word as well. I'm pretty sure it's Noria. Well, at least this is the kind of thing you will always see in Arabian areas or in the desert, where they have a source of water. They plump down a Noria, which is kind of a water wheel thing, and this is making the whole area kind of useful in terms of growing plants and growing seeds. And yeah, what you need for this is water. So what we actually do is we will have the Noria over here, which is gaining water. Then we will have this. These two water elements will be connected by a waterfall, and we will have a bridge going over the waterfall part, which will then go outside the Arabian area, which will mainly go, like, we will have the path go over this one, underneath this one, and we will have a connection to this area over here, which will be underneath the Noria. I don't really know if I have to redo the terrain a little bit, because I want to have this path going up. Maybe we will have with this Noria another shop over here, so that we have this shop over here as well. And I still don't know if I want to have another flat ride. If so, this will maybe be in here, but this will be a rather small one. So yeah, the only thing we will do then is maybe try to make this area look nice and kind of block this from the rest of the park, because then we will go into the next area. But I want to have at least like this whole thing closed in a way, because the next area we will fill will be this one. I'm not quite sure into which type of area we want to go. I kind of feel like a kids area would be nice, because this is already a kids coaster, and maybe a little bit more like with playground and stuff like that would be nice. But also I could imagine having a big coaster, which is just the star of this area, a coaster with some really genuine buildings. I also could imagine a medieval one, like a medieval area is also something I wanted to do for quite a long time. Like really medieval, in that kind of sense that we have it really with a pub and with like high and also like a windmill. Maybe this fits together already, I don't really know. But yeah, what do you think? Which one would you prefer? So go down please to the comments and tell me which area you could imagine. I have some ideas, to be honest, in mind. It's lagging because of the autosaving. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I still think this area can or will look pretty decent in here, and I'm really happy how this turned out so far. Still a lot of work to do, and obviously for the dark ride part, this is maybe the biggest thing we have to do still. But yeah, so we will have a few weeks now. I believe it will be at least 5 or 6 more episodes until this is finished, and yeah, then we will go on with the next area, which I said already I need your input what this could be. But until then, I will say this is it for this video. Next week, yeah, we will have this video again with maybe a little surprise in it. So make sure to watch next week's episode. But yeah, so happy to have you here and happy to have you on this channel. I just wanted to quickly say thank you again for watching, and maybe see you in the next video. And thank you for bringing me down a little bit after the pretty big down of this weird football game. Yes, thank you. I mean, you're not there, but thank you. I feel better now. I feel better. So have a nice day, guys, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.